kinda crazy. Let's do something kinda crazy. Call me, baby. Better for you to call me, baby. I'm looking, but if you want to, we could do something kinda crazy. How about you? Call me, baby. 'Cause I've been, call me, baby. I know it's kinda crazy, but if you're down for me, let's do something kinda crazy. Don't be so shy, just call me, baby. Don't keep me waiting, yeah. Am I the one you're dreaming of? Every day I'm thinking of you. Oh, you, yeah. Got me feeling lucky. Come my way, you lovely, I've been waiting for you for a while. I've been waiting for you. What's the word? Yeah. What's the word? I've been waiting for you. What's the word? Yeah. I'm looking, but if you want to, we could do something kinda crazy. How about you? Call me, baby. 'Cause I've been, call me, baby. I know it's kinda crazy, but if you're down for me, let's do something kinda crazy. Don't be so shy, just call me, baby. Don't keep me waiting, yeah.
Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I'm starting this video like this because I am literally waiting for my friend to pull through. We are going on a spa date. If I do sound a bit weird, it's because I've got tonsils and I can see her coming actually right now. But welcome to my channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And this is the last video for the year, so please do watch it and like and comment and subscribe and share it. I'm also meeting with Christinah, who is a management consultant, so I'll be asking her a couple of questions with regards to management consulting as well, so stay tuned.
I gotta say it twice, it ain't my fault. Every little thing got a price, that's what I thought. That's what they taught. Yeah, I'ma take my chance till I drop. You know this ain't the time for the two of us. Ooh, I ain't got space to be thinking about growing older. Done my thinking, me and you. Yeah, guess it's over. It was a rainbow, but was sinking. Lost my hue. I might come running back when our hearts get back on track. When the stars line up, that's that. I've been attached.
This is the management consulting segment, so I'm going to ask Christinah a couple of questions. I think the first question I want to ask you is, you know, who you are, and maybe also just letting them know how do we know each other.
Okay, so who am I? I am Christinah Bondile. I was born and bred in Benoni, a very small town in the east, Ekurhuleni, in the east of Johannesburg. And yeah, that's really who I am in terms of
A person.
a person.
Yes.
But yeah, I think maybe just to give you a more in-depth detail, I am a management consultant, I'm an economist, I'm a property investor,
Yes.
and maybe just to sum it all up, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah, bro.
I make money.
Absolutely, girl. Okay, great. And then maybe tell us, you know, how do we know each other? How did we meet?
So I met Yolandi way back in 2013.
13, yeah.
It was 2013 in Potchefstroom at the Northwest University. We actually met because we're doing the same course. So we met when we were doing our economics and international trade degree.
Yes.
So that's where we actually met, and we have been friends ever since.
Yeah, and then basically we conquered honors
Yeah.
together.
100%. We moved into very similar spaces in our career as well, which I also feel that kind of brought us closer together. So from moving from Potch, we did our honors together, we journeyed together then back into management consulting, where she joined one of the big four auditing firms, and I joined another one. So I was at KPMG.
It's okay, you don't have to say.
Okay.
You can just say the colors.
Okay. I was at the blue
Management
consulting auditing
Yes.
firms, and yeah, basically we're in the same space.
Okay. And then, you know, what type of management consulting work do you do? Because you do something way different than
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm in the people advisory space. What have you focused on?
Right. So currently I am focused in strategy, so strategy and consulting at the company that I'm currently at. But I'm mainly focused in the financial services space. I mainly do value creation type of work. That is a lot of financial modeling that has to do with making companies just understand, you know, what value they can get out of, you know, a certain piece of work. Basically, so it's a lot of strategy work. I do a lot of up model kind of work.
What is an up?
Yes.
Yes.
Operating model
Yeah.
kind of work. And it's so rewarding. I think for me it's really a space where you get a lot of experience across the different big four banks. But also it's just so exciting. It's very exciting to just see you know, banks in a different lens.
Yes.
And not what you're actually used to, but being the problem solver in some of the key issues that banks are facing in South Africa.
Yeah. And then I maybe want you to explain that you are someone that has been in consulting, but you also left consulting
Yeah.
and came back to consulting.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
So for me, I was very fortunate to actually practice as an economist. When I was at my first job, which is the auditing firm, the blue one, I actually got into their economic advisory team, where I was practicing as an economist. So doing a lot of economic consultancy, you know, that vast across a whole lot of, you know, in-depth research, a lot of analysis kind of work. You know, we did a lot of economic impact assessments. So it was a great space to be in, which is really great because I've got experience across many industries. You know, in food and beverages, in mining, you name it. But then, you know, I really journeyed then to say, you know, I just wanted to specialize a bit more. And I went and took on another honors degree, another postgrad degree in econometrics. And that really helped me land, you know, the next position that would be a challenge, which was joining the Oxford Research House, Oxford Economics. And there I was a macroeconomic economist that mainly was dealing with the African region, doing a lot of their macroeconomic analysis as well as their modeling. So it was great. It was a great time for me. But I think one thing that I've realized being back into management consulting is that the skills that you gain as an economist and the skills that I already had in management consulting and strategy consulting, you know, they really do complement each other. You know, I think that's really what's exciting about management consulting. You're able to really use all the skills that you have in the space that you're in, and there's a lot of flexibility to actually explore those skills. So as an economist coming into the space, I didn't struggle much. So it actually was an advantage. So that's me.
I think you also then moved from Oxford, if I'm correct. There was a time where you moved to a telecoms company for a few as well, and you back into consulting
100%.
now.
So I think one thing about me is that I take charge of my career, and I was very fortunate to kind of get exposure, you know, in working for a big four company, as well as working for a very renowned and reputable, you know, research house such as Oxford. But I also wanted a challenge. I wanted to kind of get out of my comfort zone, also just to build up on the skills, right? And I was fortunate enough to get into one of the leading telecommunication companies. I won't say the name, but I was chief of staff there. So that was a big bump for me. It was one of my senior roles, and I was chief of staff for the financial services CEO. And oh man, what an experience.
And Christinah, if you look at your career, how long are you still planning on staying in consulting? Because I think we've had a number of discussions with regards to leaving consulting. And I think as my subscribers, they also know that I'm leaving consulting right now, you know that. So how long are you planning on staying and why?
I think for me, it's not a matter of how long, but understanding what is it exactly that you need from that space, and only moving when you feel that you are ready, and you have established exactly what you want it to be. And I think for me, it's exactly that, right? I do think that I'm going to spend a little bit more time in the consulting space. Mainly because it's serving exactly what I need to kind of get in the years that I've planned to be there. So I'm still going to give it a couple more years, but I am definitely, you know, leading into going into the financial services space. I am a creative, I am a self-starter, I am a person that is very analytical, so I do see myself going back into, well, not going actually into the financial services space, whether it's insurance or working for, you know, the banks. But I think definitely something that I'm looking forward to is to going into that industry as I'm already in consulting, serving that space right now.
And then Christinah, a question which was not on the list, and I'm sorry I'm posing it to you now, you can answer it if you want to, if you don't, please say it. Is it possible, because I've got this question before, someone asked me, do you still want to be in consulting when you are a wife to someone, and whether you are a mother to when you are a mother to someone? So how's it been? We know that you are married, so how's it been?
And I think, you know, this is definitely where you as a person and the values that you have really drive exactly how you build those, let me say, barriers, right, with your reporting senior managers, ADs or partners. So what has been very important for me was to be very upfront about there are certain things that I want to prioritize that are very important to me. So work-life balance discussion is very important to me. And I think the number one tip that I would give anyone going into any project, whether you are in management consulting or whatever space that you're in, is that you need to communicate upfront. You know, so basically, if you get onto a project, you meet up with your, you know, reporting person, and you discuss ways of work, right?
Very important.
So having work-life balance is very important. Consulting is a very high-pace kind of environment. So there are times where you will have to go over and above, work in the night, work on weekends, work into the night, into the morning. But I think that it's rewarding in the sense that you gaining the experience. However, you can set boundaries.
Yes,
I've worked with an extraordinary team and a team of leaders where they encourage us to actually, put forth what is your way of working. Are you a morning person? Are you an evening person? Do you want to work from a certain time? And it's really all in just building that relationship and making your team, your boss understand what are your priorities.
Yes.
If it means that on Tuesdays you've got cell group like I do, it's non-negotiable. I have church.
Yes.
So my team knows between 6 and 8 o'clock I'm not available. I don't have capacity. So it's really just communicating it up front and being intentional about it because it is important.
Yes. And then the last question I have for you is, what advice would you give to my subscribers? Majority of them would like to be consultants, but what advice would you give to them?
Don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone. Take charge of your career.
Yes.
So the reason I say don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone, I studied to be an economist and I was blessed enough to go into that space. But I landed up in management consulting, and that brought upon many other opportunities over and above me being an economist and practicing as a macroeconomist. So being challenged in the spaces that we're in a very changing environment as well, you need to adapt.
Yes.
And it's important for you to allow that to happen in your career. Don't be scared to take on the challenges. There is nothing that you cannot do.
Yes.
And no one can ever define your value. You are the person that knows that you're capable.
Yes.
So take charge of your career. If a place is not serving you, make sure that you do something about it because it is your career. So for me, really, those are the two most important things. Be flexible, be able to just move across industries, across different roles without, and trust yourself, trust that you can do it.
Yes.
You didn't get this far, like for you to just give up on yourself. So yeah, just go for it. It's exciting and it'll open up many opportunities, many opportunities. And I was telling Yolandi, what consulting has done for me is that I am now an entrepreneur because I'm in consulting. It teaches you so many skills that you're not just bottled into being this small thing, right? It's opened up so many opportunities for me to open up a business of my own. So it's been great. It's been a great journey and truly enjoying it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Christinah. Appreciate it, my girl.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay guys, I'm still not 100%, but I forgot to rate the spa. So I'm going to give the spa from an aesthetic perspective maybe like an 8 out of 10. It's very pretty. But from a service perspective, we got there at 12 o'clock. Our appointment was at 1:15. And literally, I think they came to us once, asked us to sit outside. And yeah, up until we put up a fight, that's only when they came back to us. And then our treatments eventually started at, I think, about 1:20 or 1:30. However, we were okay with it because I negotiated a free bottle of bubbles out of them. So that was very nice. But we also feel like the treatments that we had definitely made up for that. Guys, I am going through the most. I'm sure you guys can even see that the phone is shaking. I'm so sick. This party was good. I just drink meds and I just want to sleep. Food is on the way. More meds on the way. But I just want to sleep. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I'm numb. I've got headaches. I've got body aches. I've got chills. My tonsils hurt. Even when I'm literally like, I can't even get the English word. When I swallow, I'm super, it's hard. It just hurts. So I'll chat to you guys tomorrow. I'm definitely just eating, getting my meds and sleeping. For some reason, I'm also like short of breath. So I just hope it's not COVID. But I had lunch at the spa and I could taste the food. but I know like with COVID it takes a couple of days for it to show. Also I've got the vaccine, so I think it's just my tonsils that was triggered by the pork that I had yesterday, pork dumplings. Hey beautiful people, I'm sure you guys can hear that I'm still not 100%. It's the next day. I literally woke up in the middle of the night and I felt so much better, but I was also sweated out for days. And then this morning when I woke up, my tonsils just said bam again. So you guys can hear that I'm really struggling to speak and even swallow. So I went to go get meds this morning and I took meds. Well, the only thing I could get down was an orange, and then I took meds, and then I went to go get meds again. I feel so much better because I sweated out whatever I had to sweat out. That's the nice thing about med lemon. So I feel so much better now. I am going to I've eaten now, so I'm going to take my meds. I had a consultation this morning with my GP, so she gave me antibiotics. So I'm going on antibiotics 3 days before Christmas. I really hope it only takes 2 days for me to get back to normal, because I don't want to be feeling like this when I'm around my family. So yeah, but thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm going to end this video here. I want to wish you guys a blessed Christmas with you and your family and yours, and also a happy new year. I will see you guys next year. I'm not going to record further. It actually just depends, but I don't think I will release a video towards this side of the year. I just want to enjoy with family. Also, it's my last couple of days of being an unemployed hand, so I can just live my best life. Okay. Yeah, drop any other questions that you guys might have from Christinah's interview down below, and then we will gladly answer those as well. But happy holidays. Please do subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Normally I've got a lot of energy, but I'm sick, so I don't have the most energy. Also, you guys can hear that I've been taking breaths like yeah. See you guys next year. I actually don't even know when my first video is going to be next year. It might be recorded the first weekend in next year, just to update you guys in terms of how my first week at work was. As you guys know, I am joining the financial services industry. Super excited for that. Bye.